Good morning, everybody. Come on, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 2017 school year. Let's make some noise. All right, we're ready to kick off this party tonight, this morning. But I want you to do this. Pull out your cell phones right now. Pull out your cell phones. We want to show the world Wicomico County Public Schools. There you go, I see you. We are number one. We are number one in the nation. I want you to go Facebook Live. I want you to go Twitter. I want you to go Instagram. I want you to go hashtag WCPS 2017-18. One more time. Hashtag WCPS 2017-2018. Come on now, one more time. Let's make some noise as we kick off the celebration of schools for opening day. All right, and to get this party started, we're going to start off with a roll call of schools. Starting off with number one, Choices Academy. Let's hear it for Wicomico County's newest school location, Choices Academy. Let me tell you something about them. The motto is time for change, and that's certainly true as they're going to be changing the location to Callaway Street. Choices Academy, proudly serving and supporting students in Wicomico County. Choices Academy. Let's hear it for them. All right, Choices, there they are in purple. Pinehurst Elementary. I don't know if they're here yet, but we're going to give it up for Pinehurst. Pinehurst staff and students raised the highest amount of money for the United Way in the elementary category. I hope you saw those billboards. Jean Hill, Pinehurst adaptive physical education teacher, was the 2017 Wicomico Teacher of the Year finalist for the intermediate level. Oh yeah, come on now. Pinehurst is very proud to have a number of after-school programs offered to their students. They have Girl Scouts, guitar clubs, step teams, jump rope, first grade reading club, and much, much, much more. Pinehurst, Pinehurst. There they come in a grand entrance. And now let's give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Bennett Middle. Bennett Middle is proud to have the One School, One Book initiative, supported by the Community Foundation. Bennett Middle celebrates its many excellent teachers, including the 2017 Teacher of the Year finalist, Christy Briggs, and 2017 Wicomico Teacher of the Year semifinalist, Carrie Thomas. That's Bennett Middle. West Side Intermediate. Woo! West Side Intermediate showcase student learning and creativity and annual arts integration parade through the town of Hebron. They're recognized as a top Maryland school for character education for 4 years in a row. Destination Imagination, the DI Browse, was one of 6 Wicomico teams that went all the way to Knoxville, Tennessee. Somebody holla! Let's give it up for Parkside. The Green Machine. Parkside received the PBS Silver Award this year for its work with PBIS. Parkside's Environmental Club initiated a green school. Parkside CTE student Joshua McKelvey won gold this summer in the National Skills USA Championship. That's Parkside. Let's give it up for my team, my school, Pemberton. Pemberton's Kindness Campaign brought students and staff together in support of local veterans. Wyatt's Warriors Project, the Ronald McDonald House, and homeward bound students who are missing their friends and teachers. Pemberton is one of the first 4 Wicomico schools to earn Maryland Excel's quality rating of 5. Give it up for Pemberton. Woo! Where's Willards Elementary? Willards. They're proud to have been the very first Wicomico Arts Integration School with a wonderful arts parade. They recognized as Maryland's Green School. Reading is key to their success. And Willards is proud to have very engaging reading incentive programs. Oh yes, let's give it up for Willards. Woo, it's getting hot in here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, here we go. SMS, Salisbury Middle. Salisbury Middle, lots of pride in Salisbury Middle. 2 Salisbury Middle teams earned a trip to the global finals. Let's hear it for the Funky Monkeys and the Mindful Thinkers. Dave Hansen, grade 8 science teacher, was selected to participate in the Jody's Resolution PD cruise to the Down Under of Australia. Dr. Chad Pavlovich won the Toshiba Education Foundation Grant Award for the school's garden. Hello, SMS. Woo! Where is JMB? James M. Bennett. Woo! James M. Bennett. This school, the class of 2017, was offered $7,547,646 in scholarships. That's what Bruno Mars says, some 24-karat gold. JMB, in the memory of the late student Natalie Inslee, the JMB student body donated time and resources to their community to the Clippers Choose Love initiative. JMB, give it up for them. Where's my North Salisbury Elementary? Woo! North Salisbury is proud to have the 1st and 2nd grade teams in the school this year. They had the little ones doing the construction of the new West Salisbury Elementary. The Maryland State School of Character, 2 years running, and recipient of 2, not 1, but 2 National Promising Practices Award. Let's give it up for North Salisbury. Woo! Delmar. Yes. Delmar Elementary is a key part of the unique bi-state agreement between the Wicomico County Board of Education and the Delmar School District. Delmar has great student engagement beyond the classroom initiatives, including the first legal leg. Delmar Elementary, if you're excited about that, they plan their schools to be renovated. Let's hear it for Delmar. Okay, let's give it up. Come on now. One tribe, the Wicomico High School. Woo! Y-High is proud of its marching band. The band came in first in its division last year and finished in the top 5 of the ACAs. Teachers and administrators building a great after-school family with the Tribe After-School program. Together, students and staff study, learn, and build relationships. Y-High students support wellness in its school's new school-based wellness center. One more time for woo-hoo-hoo. Next on our list, Westside Primary. Give it up for Westside Primary. Last year, Westside Primary students and staff raised $7,806 during the American Jump Rope for Life campaign. Oh yes, Westside Primary's media assistant, Wanda Darson, received the Educator Luminary Light of Literacy Award for the Friends at Wicomico Public Libraries last spring. She's starting. Where's she at? Stand up. Stand up. She's starting her 51st year. Give it up. All right, all right, all right, all right. Here we go. Keep rolling. Northwestern Elementary. Last spring, Northwest Elementary celebrated 50 years of teaching excellence. Where's Donna Bennett? Woo! Come on, stand up, Donna. Donna Bennett, this year, come on, stand up, girl. She will start her 50th year. Woo! Give it up for Northwestern. Woo! Between Donna and this young lady, that's 100 years of teaching. The top-notch maintenance team at Northwestern earned the Maryland Comptroller's Silver Hammer Award for the fantastic job they do in keeping their school looking good. They're smoother than a fresh jar of Skippy. Let's hear it for Delmar student Delaney Spears, the top fundraiser for the National Heart Jump Rope. That's Northwestern. Woohoo! Prince Street Elementary. Prince Street Elementary School is proud to be home of the 2017-2018 Wicomico Teacher of the Year, Christian Taka. Woo! There's more. This fall, Prince Street will receive the 2017 Let's Move School Initiative National Award. Somebody say their name, boom, 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 boom. That's Prince Street. Where's Glen Avenue? Woo! Glen Avenue School. Glen Avenue is Gator great, with a caring staff that does not let any student need go unmet. Glen Avenue School is an arts integration school. Their staff is family. One more time for Glen Avenue. East Salisbury Elementary. East Salisbury Elementary celebrated semifinalists for Wicomico Teacher of the Year, Miss Shannon Hurley Wilson. We celebrated Kenna Price as East Salisbury's recipient of the Baxter Enterprises McEducator Award. East Salisbury has been selected 2 consecutive years as a top health challenge school with Miss Allie Wilkie at the helm. One more time for East Salisbury. Woo, here we go. Mardella Middle and High, a school that needs 2 schools. Did you know Mardella seniors had an average SAT score? Their SAT score was the higher than the county and the state average. Their senior class averaged $30,000 in scholarship money. Mardella's softball players took home the regional championship for the 2nd year in a row. But listen to this. Not only did they win, but the softball players, every last one of them, maintained a 4.04 GPA. Superman has nothing on them. Mardella Middle and High. Woo, let's roll. Fruitland Intermediate. Fruitland? There we go, Fruitland Intermediate. Okay, I know it's the time lapse. Okay, Fruitland Intermediate has fantastic family and community involvement. The school thanks and celebrates its many invaluable partners, including Salisbury University, University of Maryland Eastern Shore, Cato Oil, Crossroads Church of God, the PTA, and Fruitland Community Center. Let's hear it for Fruitland Intermediate. Come on, let's make some noise for the Charles H. Chipman Elementary School. Woo-hoo! Chipman Elementary has earned the Maryland Excel quality rating of a 5. As a Judy Center, Chipman provides many comprehensive services and workshops to the community. Chipman has developed relationships with the community and business. Somebody make some noise for Chipman. Wicomico Middle. Wicomico Middle, first time ever lacrosse team. Give it up for Wicomico Middle, the middle school teacher of the year, Wicomico Middle, Allison Wozicki. And the Diva Steps performers performed at the Salisbury's Dance for Kindness. Give it up for Y Middle. Here we go, for the little babies, the Wicomico Early Learning Center, better known as WELC. WELC has achieved a 5 rating in the Maryland Excel system, the highest rating possible. WELC continues to work with the Judy Center, and did you know WELC held a free, everybody say free 4-week childbirth classes for expecting mothers. Give it up for WELC. One more time, all of you participate in this. And this is the Evening High School. Come on, give it up, everybody, for Evening High School. They're small, but they do great things. Evening High School is celebrating 25 years of serving students in this community. More than 500 students have received the Maryland diploma that's graduated through Evening High School. One more time for Evening High School. And then we have our Birth to 5. Yes, the babies. Woo, they kind of loud. Birth to 5 provides 100% of services to the natural environment. At Birth to 5, they're reaching and teaching young learners and their families. Last year, they were 15 community playgrounds that reached over 500 children. One more time for Birth to 5. Pittsville Elementary and Middle. Pittsville was chosen as the pilot school for the return to Beyond the Limits. The Pittsville Band received all excellence or superiors at the state solo and ensemble competition. 3 orchestra students received superior ratings at the state solo and ensemble competition. Pittsville students are award winners. 8th grade, Josie Solars won the Douglas I. Smith for Youth Instruction for Arts Scholarship. One more time for Pittsville Elementary and Middle. Beaver Run. Beaver Run. We're excited about a new Beaver Run Elementary School not too long in the future. Recruiting and retaining excellent staff members is one key to success at Beaver Run. They have a 93%, I say it again, 93% retention rate for classroom teachers. That's who is it? Beaver Run. I want to see if you're listening. And finally, my brothers and my sisters, they making me work up here. Fruitland Primary. Fruitland Primary, let's hear it for them. Fruitland Primary is a gold level PBIS school with kindness matters. At Fruitland Primary, they're proud to have 80% of their students reading on or above grade level. One more time, Fruitland Primary. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends from all over, and that's the Wicomico County Public Schools. We are ready. Somebody say yeah. Somebody say yeah. We're ready. Stand to your feet and say yes. Say yes. Say yes. We are ready.
Now, don't you just want to run through a brick wall now after Mark Thompson? Let's give a big hand to Mr. Mark Thompson. First of all, I want to say good morning. And thank you for coming off to our kickoff celebration for Wicomico County Public Schools. I'm Paul Butler, the new Director of Communications and Community Outreach, and I can't say how happy I am to be a part of this team and this family. So glad to be here. So this morning we have a lot in store for you all. It's going to be short but sweet. We're going to have some fun. We're going to start off this morning by honoring some fellow members of our school system who recently passed away. Diane Pellegrino and Lee Powell. So I ask that we all have a moment in silence to recognize Diane Pellegrino and Lee Powell. All right, thank you very much. They, of course, were dear to the Wicomico County school family. Up next, I want to ask the SGA presidents from our 4 high schools, Y-High, Parkside, Mardella, and Bennett, to come forward. We're also going to have the presentation of the colors by the Y-High JROTC.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, sure. Do you want to carry? Sure.
Order, arms. Present, arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
All right, let's give a hand to both the color guard and our students from the Visual and Performing Arts. Amazing job. All right, you can all have a seat. On this day, we are certainly proud to have quite a few special guests with us, dignitaries throughout the community. Thank you very much, you all, for coming. We really appreciate your continued support of Wicomico County Public Schools. Also want to thank some very important folks who just support us year-round. They do their job, always put themselves in harm's way, but they come through for us. So if you guys will turn around, take a look at these guys who are school resource officers from Wicomico County Public Schools. Let's give them a big hand. They're sporting their school colors. Thank you very much, gentlemen. All the men and women from Wicomico County Sheriff's Department. Who has the whistle? There you go. Well, listen, we're about to kick off a great year, 2017, 2018. I know you guys are excited. I'm super excited, especially from the communications aspect of it, because this year, one of the things we want to do, Tracy Saylor and myself, is we want to really promote the great things going on in Wicomico County Public Schools. I know being on television, we often reported the not so good news, but we're going to do a better job of supporting the really good things going on in your school. So if you have exciting programs, I know every school has outstanding students, staff, teachers. We want you to let us know what they're doing so we can recognize them. We have a new YouTube channel that's up and running. I suggest you guys check that out at Wicomico Schools. We're doing more on our Facebook and Twitter, so really getting out there and supporting Wicomico County Public Schools. All right, up next, as we move along, I want to introduce a gentleman who needs no introduction. He has been near and dear to Wicomico County Public Schools for a very long time. He is now our current Wicomico County Board of Education President. I want to welcome and bring up Mr. Don Fitzgerald.
Good morning. How can I follow Mark Thompson? It's no way. He went to the Vegas and got donuts earlier, and I don't know what they put in them, but they'll probably be not coming down till tomorrow. We didn't introduce another board member who's with us today, and I'm glad to see her, Maria Waller, who is a board member. Mr. Bryson, I've cut it down to 25 minutes today. Again, it's good to see all the dignitaries here that we work with over the year. And I shared with John at the administrative breakfast last week. I've been a board member for 9 years. And today, this past year, it's the best working relationship that I've seen between the two organizations. And I told him I don't want to swell his head, but I want to thank him for his leadership. And also to all the state reps. We have good relationship. We can go to them. We might not get everything, but we can talk to them. So I want to say thank you to you all for what you do for all our kids in this county every day. So thank you. Mark hit on something that I was talk about, but I'm gonna still say it because I think it's worth you all hearing. because you all set the foundation for these students that graduated last year. 920 students graduated from Wicomico County Schools. Out of that 920, they received over $16 million in scholarship. You all are doing something right. Y'all don't hear it enough. And I know the challenges that you go through day in and day out, because I hear it day in and day out, because I have a daughter that's one of you. But I want to thank you. I want to thank you for everything you do for all students of Wicomico County. And the board will back me, and I think every member feels the same way. We don't say thank you enough. So, on September the 5th, we will be receiving 3 new board members. So, after that, we'll finally have a full board that we've been missing for a few months. But one thing is number one for Don Fitzgerald, and I think the board supports me, is discipline. I mean, we're in challenging times, but discipline is still number one for me. And I share with a lot of people in the community. Every morning that we open up the doors to all the schools, we don't have issues inside. They come in from the outside. If we're going to get through all the problems in this community, the people sitting down in front and the board of education, we're going to have to do it as a community. It's not all the board doing it all. So, again, we're open. I know Lori Brewster's here from the health department, who's a big supporter for us. So we're in it together. It's too easy to point fingers. You got to roll your sleeves up and do the work. And the last thing that I think you will all agree with me is Dr. Hanlon's vision. What great leader we have in this county. We had a good year last year, and yes, we're inside. I heard somebody coming in this morning, I'll stay here as long as we got an air conditioning after last year. So, again, Dr. Hanlon's got a great vision plan for us, and Don Fitzgerald is proud to be a part of that team. Again, have a great year. I think most of you have my email address, phone numbers. Don't be bashful. But as Paul said, we're going to communicate to the public the good things that we do. Because, we've been hit bad, hard over the years on all the bad stuff happening. But we're gonna show the community all the good things we do in Wicomico County. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fitzgerald. Okay, next up is our superintendent. And as Mr. Fitzgerald was saying, it's really amazing that we have Dr. Hanlon as our superintendent. A product of Wicomico County Schools. Just can't say enough about her vision. And she really cares. From the 8 weeks that I've been here, I've really seen that she really cares about the staff, the students, support staff, all 3,000 employees, 15,000 students that we have in this county. And she has a vision to making Wicomico County Public Schools greater than it already is. So without further ado, let's all stand to our feet and give a round of applause to Superintendent Dr. Donna C. Hanlon.
Good morning. Good morning, Wicomico County Public Schools family, and welcome back for another great school year. What a great feeling as summer's heat is just beginning to wane and students and teachers and other staff are excited to come back to the schoolhouse with great stories to share about their time apart. We still have time to enjoy the outdoors as the air begins to cool. Students certainly take advantage of it. When they arrive home after school, they shed their backpacks, maybe grab a snack, and soon back doors swing open and slap shut as kids run outside to enjoy the remaining daylight hours. In one town, you could hear that same door slam shut over and over and over as 3 brothers ran out, and 3 more, and still more, and still more. This is a true story of 12 baseball-playing brothers. Anthony, Joe, Paul, Alfred, Charlie, Billy, Bobby, Freddie, Eddie, Jimmy, Bubby, and Louie, the Acera brothers. The story goes that there were so many brothers that they slept 2 in a bed and sat 3 across in the outhouse. And they loved baseball. Neighbors couldn't recall a time when there wasn't an Acera boy on the field playing ball. The local high school team had Acera boys playing on it for 22 years in a row. At one point, the oldest 9 formed their own semi-pro team, coached by their father. They played wherever they could on infields, often littered with rocks and other debris, and they each had their own strengths and weaknesses that they brought to the team. Charlie was the slowest brother. He was a good hitter, but he couldn't run at all. In fact, they tell the story of how he hit a ball almost out of the park, but he could barely make it to second base. And Jimmy had a knuckleball that people still talk about. It would dance in the air, and they say you couldn't catch it and you couldn't hit it. But most importantly, there was very little jealousy, very little rivalry, and no fighting. If one of the brothers dropped a fly ball or struck out, no one screamed or got angry. They stuck together. And when there were injuries, and there was a major injury when one brother lost an eye, Alfred, they stood by one another, supporting and encouraging one another until that brother returned to the field. The brothers stuck together as a family and a team, and they made history by winning 4 league championships. In fact, in 1997, the Baseball Hall of Fame held a ceremony to honor the family of brothers who epitomized teamwork, family, and most especially stood for community pride. Our theme today is We Are Family. The Acera brothers exemplified family, both literally and figuratively. I'm sure when you think of this theme, maybe you don't think of the Acera brothers, but you probably think of the energizing song from the Sisters Sledge, an upbeat, motivating tune we all know the words. We are family, I've got all my sisters with me. And remember these lyrics from the song: high hopes we have for the future with our goals in sight. Believe in you and the things you do, you won't go wrong. This is our family jewel. We are family. This could have been the Acera's theme song. Our back to school kickoff is all about rallying and energizing for a new school year. And we do that by celebrating family. Today is about much more than motivating, though, because we all have that inside of us to do the best that we can do. Today is an opportunity to launch the school year by bringing all of us together to share with you what I believe we should be focused upon in order to succeed. So for a moment, let me flip that on you and ask you, are we family? When I think of family, my mind immediately goes to the traditional meaning of family: mother, father, children, Oscar, Harriet, Susan, and Donna. And then my mind immediately goes to my husband Dave and I and our not-so-traditional blended family: my son Michael, Dave's children Ellery with grandchild number 1 on the way, Jessica and Cameron and their spouses and significant others, and of course our fur child Chester. That's family for me. Now, all of us have different ways of defining a family and what being part of a family means to us. Families come in many shapes and sizes, and there is no such thing as the perfect family that's conflict-free and dysfunction-free. The Norman Rockwell family with the mom and dad and 2 children and the picket fence, that just isn't reality. And perhaps you were thinking when I was describing the Acera family that they probably weren't totally conflict-free. We typically think of family as our blood relatives and very often our extended families. Many of us have close friends that we consider to be part of the family. And some of us even refer to our colleagues as our work family. But how many of us have ever considered Wicomico County Public Schools, consisting of almost 3,000 employees, as family? Maybe those of you in your individual school sites or even central office departments have referred to your colleagues as family, but the whole school system, I ask you again, are we a family? Well, let's look at one definition of family that broadens it a bit. One that focuses on the function of a family. And I know you can't see this well, but this definition is that family is any unit in which there exists a caring and supportive relationship built upon trust and commitment to or identification with other family members working towards a common goal. So what's the difference between a family and any organization, a unit working towards common goal? Well, it seems to me that family is an organization, but it includes important characteristics that take organizations to the next level. Characteristics that elevate a good organization to an outstanding organization. That part of the definition that reads, a caring and supportive relationship built upon trust and commitment to or identification with other family members. And it occurred to me that what I'm really talking about here is our first vision point. Those first of the vision points that now hang in your school lobbies and in our central office. That reads, we aspire to be a public school system rooted in a culture of respect, transparency, and collegiality, where trust, the quality of relationships, and empowerment are clearly understood to be the foundation for success. That vision point, while to me the most important and the foundation for everything else, is the most difficult to operationalize. That's because trust and relationships are multifaceted and complex. It's easy for me to say, trust me. But as we all know, that's easier said than done. A family, in the true sense of the word, is built upon trust. I keep coming back to this issue of trust. Last year, in my remarks to you at Shorebird Stadium, I spoke of trust, and I quote, we have to trust one another to do the right thing. We have to communicate with one another, having in some cases courageous conversations and not behind each other's backs. We can't afford to circle the wagons when looking for solutions to problems and then shoot inwardly. And I suggested that if you truly had a concern about something that's happening in our system, that you find a productive way to share your concerns. And many of you have repeated those words to me often over the course of this year. So why do I keep coming back to this notion of trust? Shea refers to trust as the miracle ingredient in organizational life. It's the lubricant that reduces friction, and it's the bonding agent that glues together disparate parts. A catalyst that facilitates action. It is foundational in realizing objectives. That's why it's our first vision point. Without trust, we will never realize the goals of this organization. So if trust is so critically important in an organization, our family, how do we ensure high levels of trust? Well, it really boils down to the old adage, actions speak louder than words. We built trust through specific actions that reflect three things. Trust built upon competence, trust built upon actions that reflect strong character, and actions that reflect caring. Think about that for a minute. Isn't that what you want from me and from leaders with whom you work? Don't you want to know that we're competent and that you can depend on our strong character and that we care? And if you continuously see these qualities in our actions, aren't you more likely to join our efforts and to do your part to assist our system in achieving its goals? So over the course of this last year, I have been constantly looking for and listening for evidence of high levels of trust that exist in our school system. And I believe that it does. For example, when we shared with you a common vision and began planning and articulating how we will achieve that vision in very concrete terms, you told me that you had confidence in our school system and where it's headed. That's trust based upon competence. And when we made changes that were described by some as bold moves, or made decisions that were difficult but the right thing to do for students in Wicomico County, you told me that you were encouraged. That's trust based upon character. And when you told me, when you took me at my word, when I said I wanted to hear from you, when you had a concern, and you came to me or other leaders with your concerns, not to complain, but with solutions in mind, that's trust based upon caring. And this year, we're building on what we've started. In terms of trust based upon competence, we have very specific ideas about accomplishing 3 goals to advance our vision points. We're going to work together to ensure that a greater percentage of our students enter kindergarten ready to learn, and that a greater percentage of our students graduate from high school. And third, that we are recruiting and retaining a high-performing workforce. We're going to have a laser-like focus on those 3 goals this year, and you'll hear much more about this, and we want your voice in our decisions. And this year, we will continue to show you that we care about our family. All of our schools are here today represented by your school colors. And central office is symbolically showing you that we are not separate, not isolated, but we are here to support all of you in your schools. That's the reason for the tie-dyed, multicolored t-shirts. And this year, with the board's support, we are embarking on a salary study for all employees because we recognize the importance of compensation as being one way of valuing the work of our employees. Wicomico County Schools is committed to the well-being of our employees. We believe that a healthy employee, free of excessive worries and life stressors, is a productive and happy employee. And to support this belief, The board agreed with our recommendation to expand our employee assistance program to 24/7, 365-day-a-year access to EAP services that include counseling, financial and legal services, and other assistance for a multitude of services, some related to child care, elder care services, and others. And again, you'll hear much more about this. But we want you to know that we care about you, not just as employees, but also as individuals. And we're providing this benefit to all employees as a free benefit to you and your household members because we care about your well-being. And for the very first time, we are devoting a professional day, again, to your well-being through our very first Employee Health and Wellness Fair on October 20th. So the bottom line is that in an organization, a school system, a family where high levels of trust exist, goals are much more easily achieved. With high levels of trust, where high levels of trust exist, when there is an attempt to encourage distrust of leadership's intentions, members of the organization or family are not distracted from the goal. When the leadership is rumored, for example, to not have the best interest of employees at heart, where high levels of trust exist, members of the organization, members of the family understand what was intended and again are not distracted from the common goal. I feel very fortunate that this is the scenario here in Wicomico County Public Schools. And I know that if individuals or groups attempt to sabotage our good work, you will not be distracted. Simply put, thank you for reinforcing the presence of trust. That presence enhances our family's ability to fulfill our goals. So are we family? Yes. I believe that we are. Trust is reinforced by trusting, and we'll only grow stronger as we work in partnership towards this common goal. Trust allows for faith in our mission. And as the Sisters Sledge sang, have faith in you and the things you do. These four sisters, the Sisters Sledge, were raised by their single mom, Flo, a chorus girl herself who also waitressed to support the girls. Debbie, Jody, Kathy, and Kim Sledge would harmonize in front of the mirrors and really believed in themselves. Just like the Asera brothers, they believed in themselves and in each other and in the things they did. They took old 45 records, remember them? Some of you. And spray painted them gold and hung them on their bedroom walls. They dreamed of having a gold record one day, and they would. And it all happened in the summer of 1979. Forgive me, Orioles fans. Many of you have heard of the late Pittsburgh Pirate great Willie Stargell. He was one of the oldest of the Pittsburgh Pirates. In fact, they called him Pops. Stargell used the We Are Family song as a way to bring the fans and the team together. He made sure that this song got constant airplay on Pittsburgh radio as the Pirates season progressed. Stargell believed the team was a family, and they went on to win the World Series that year. We have high hopes for the future. We have faith in each other and the things that we do, for the work that we do for the students of our schools. Let me conclude with a very huge, I can't say thank you enough, to our planning committee for organizing our back to school event, led by our own Paul Butler. And thank you to our guests for joining us this morning. You are very much a part of our family, and we so appreciate your support in what we do in our school system. I wish every one of you a great year.
Thank you, Dr. Hanlon. As you can see, we got a great person who just has an amazing vision for Wicomico County Public Schools, and we are so fortunate to have her. Let's give another big round of applause for Dr. Hanlon. All right, you guys ready to have some fun this morning? Well, we got it for you. So I'm going to bring up Mr. Mark Thompson. So as you all know, we had a contest among the schools. And the contest was send us a video of a school cheer showing that, about student success. And we had a lot of schools send in their videos. Well, yesterday afternoon, Tracy Saylor and myself had the tough task of going through the videos and picking out the top 6 schools to perform. And they're going to perform for you live this morning what they did. And I'm going to tell you what, you're going to be entertained by these. So we have 6 schools that we chose to perform. And the first one we're going to have perform is going to be James M. Bennett High School. So James M. Bennett, come on up front. You guys are on up front. Nope.
As Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says, the road to success and greatness is always paved with consistent hard work. At JMB, our staff wants our students to outwork their competitors, to be authentic, and above all, to chase greatness. At JMB, we will rock you. We will rock you. We will teach you. We will guide you. We will guide you. We will help you. We will rock you. Woo!
All right, let's give a big hand for the James M. Bennett Clippers. Okay, next up we have Fruitland Intermediate. Come on down. You are the next contestant. Now, make sure you pay attention because you all are going to vote as to who wins this, okay?
We are ready to motivate and inspire! Woo! Ready, go. We said ahoy!
Fruitland's landing here. There must be some students in the atmosphere. We said, oh, we, motivate and success. Oh, students equal success. We said ahoy! Fruitland's landing here. There must be some students in the atmosphere. We said, oh, we, motivate and inspire. Oh, we, motivate and inspire.
Give him a big hand. Didn't I tell you were going to be entertained today? Okay, next up we have Westside Intermediate. There they are.
This one. Guys, up to the mic.
As many of you heard earlier, Mr. Nunzio was unable to be with us today, so we wanted to be with him in spirit, and this song is dedicated to him. Don't need scores to ease our minds. We just need to find some more time. But my principal said, just try your best. That's all we can do. He said, shoot for the stars. Set it high, don't lower the bar. Just try your best. No, there's no time to wait. We gotta trust, give it time, no matter how long it takes. But how many hurdles must we stand before we find a way, before we find a plan? Right now the only thing that keeps us hanging on is when we see a smile, when the light goes on. Mr. Nunzio said, just try your best. Ooh, that's all we can do. He said, shoot for the stars. Set it high, don't lower the bar. Just try your best. Ooh, there's no time to wait. We gotta trust, give it time, no matter how long it takes.
Give him a big hand. Great job. Next up is Pinehurst. Boy, they're pulling out all the stops. Drum set. Bongo.
Can you see me? Good morning, families.
No, it's got to be over here. Because I got to read. All right. Oh.
Pinehurst, are you ready? On the count of 4.
Pinehurst is a strong group, always working hard group, gonna make our school stand out this year. We got kids at stake, it's gonna be great, kicking those scores all over
Is that the Pemberton Pandas I see over there? Come on down.
How we doing, Wicomico?
Boy, they brought a crowd.
All right. Are we ready? Are we ready? Bring it up, bring it up. Ahem. We don't need no sadness.
We don't need no sadness.
We will not be bland.
We will not be bland.
As long as we got Pemberton.
As long as we got Pemberton.
Cheering in the stand.
Cheering in the stand.
I said, hey, pandas.
Yeah.
Hey, pandas.
Yeah.
Peace.
E-S. Teachers, students, show progress. Peace. E-S. Panda students are the best.
And our final contestant in this success competition. By the way, I didn't mention, the winner of this gets a trophy. And not just any trophy. Fruitland Primary.
Take the stage. We're taking the stage. We got it. No.
Ready, set, 2, 4, 6, 8. Who don't we appreciate? FPS is really great. We listen and cooperate. Kindness matters, reading counts. FPS, give a shout. FPS, 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 FPS.
Fruitland Primary. Okay, now I need one representative from each school to come on stage. One representative from each school to come on stage. Okay. All right, so this is how we're going to work it. Mark Thompson is going to put his hand over top of the school, and then you guys are going to cheer as to whether you like their performance or not, and whoever gets the most cheers is going to be declared the winner of our first ever school success cheer, and they're going to win an amazing trophy. All right. Linda from Fruitland Primary. All right. James and Bennett High School. The Pemberton Pandas. Pinehurst. West Side Intermediate. And Fruitland Intermediate. All right, we have 3 semifinalists, we'll call them. All right, here we go. James M. Bennett. Pemberton Panda. Pinehurst Elementary. I think we have a winner. Hey, I want to say congratulations to all the participants. Didn't they do a wonderful job? But Pinehurst, stay here. Here is your trophy, your School Spirit Award. It's almost like an Oscar, but there it is. Pinehurst is your champion for 2017-2018. Congratulations. Congratulations, Pinehurst. But the fun is just beginning. United Way. So we have our friends from the United Way joining us today. And we know how important that organization is to the community. And Wicomico County Public Schools is always glad to be a partner with the United Way. So they have something special for us today.
I have read that there's a time for everything, a season for every activity, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to mourn and a time to dance. Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet. Stand to your feet. Put your hands together. That's it. Keep it going. To kick off our 2017 United Way campaign, let's dance, dance, dance united! Come on, keep it together, keep it going. Where's Stacy? Ladies and gentlemen, this year for the 2017 United Way campaign, we're gonna rock this thing this year. Our theme is Dance, Dance, Dance United. We're having everyone participate, including our students this year. This year in each of your schools, they're gonna do some let's get jiggity, let's do the Dougie, Superman have nothing on us. They're gonna do some dancing. So we're gonna dance, dance, dance united. And to kick this party off, let's bring out our superintendent of schools, Dr. Donna Hanlon, and the executive director of the United Way, Kathleen Momet. Put your hands together.
So we just want to say that we have been a long partner with the United Way, and we're excited about this year's campaign. We have some special needs to fill in our community, and we're counting on everyone to be part of it. We want to be number one. I'm a little bit competitive, And so I'm looking for Wicomico County to be #1 on the Lower Eastern Shore in terms of supporting United Way. So happy to be standing on stage with Kathleen, and let me give her a minute to speak.
Thank you. Good morning, Wicomico County Public School family. Yes, you all rock. Last year, your employees here raised over $60,000 for our local United Way. How about it? Every single dollar stays right here on the shore helping local families. Outside of the walls of your school, you are wrapping your arms around our community, our families. And I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart for all the people that you touch in our community. You are a blessing. Last year, I heard you heard about #1. Last year, you were #4. I know there's some school systems in other counties that have their eyes on you, especially Dr. Gaddis in Somerset County. But I know. But you guys have such spirit and such family. I just want to thank you. We are behind you 100%, and we cannot wait for the brand new Dance United to not only include the teachers and the employees, but all of the 15,000 students. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
All right. I need all my principals, all the principals on the floor, all of our cheerleaders on the floor. Come on, we're going to bring up Stacy Carbone. We're going to get some jiggity with us. Come on, here we go.
All right, I'm going to lead you in a dance. Follow along, have fun, and be kind to one another like Ellen.
Do it, Stacy.
We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family.
That's it.
Get up, everybody, and sing.
We are family. Thank you, Stacy, for leading us in that. Amazing. Folks says, yeah, give yourself a hand. Just want to say thank you for coming out this morning. I don't know about you, but I'm energized for the 2017-2018 school year. I know you all are as well. We thank you very much for coming today. Enjoy the rest of your day. And we're going to have some of this up on YouTube a little bit later on, so you can watch it on Facebook. And don't forget, this whole entire ceremony is also being broadcast by our partners at PAC 14. And don't forget as well, if you're on Twitter or Facebook and you want to talk about this event, hashtag WCPS 2017-18. So that's hashtag WCPS 2017-18. Thank you all very much for coming. Have a great school year.